Hey everybody, yocuppajoe here. If you're like me, then you've already been swimming around splatting squids in Splatoon 2 for quite some time now. But I know there are some Switch owners out there who have yet to take the plunge into the world of Splatoon 2. Those people may be wondering if it is worth it to buy this game now that it's been out for over a year. I would like to help you guys decide that for yourselves by describing what parts of Splatoon 2 you'll miss out on if you jump into the game late, as well as the unique experiences you still have time to enjoy should you choose to join in the fun. I will also include a brief review of the game overall to make sure that you have as much information as possible when it comes to deciding whether or not this game is for you. We'll start by listing the things that you might miss out on depending on when you get into Splatoon 2. The developers have been releasing free monthly updates including things like new weapons, maps, modes, and balance changes since the game's launch in July of 2017. According to this post made by Nintendo's official Squid Research Lab, we will be getting the final Splatoon 2 update in December of 2018. Rest assured that even after December, if something like an exploit needs to be fixed, it'll get fixed. Nintendo has already poured a ton of resources into further improving this game post-release, so if they need to work on a patch in order to protect those past investments on this game, they'll do it. Let's move on. One of the best things about this game is the monthly region-wide Splatfest. Once a month, the game asks players to pick a side in a random debate like ketchup versus mayo, salty versus sweet, or spoon versus fork. It's different every month. Then, for 24 hours, the opposing teams duke it out in turf war battles to see which team can ink the most turf during the event. There is also one Splatfest-only map in rotation for the duration of the event. These Splatfest maps always have a unique map gimmick, like ink rails you can ride while shooting, or buttons you can cover in ink to open a gate. There's also a virtual concert set up in the middle of Inkopolis Square, so the moment you turn on the game, you can feel the electricity in the air. All of these exciting things happening at once makes the whole event feel magical, like you're playing Splatoon for the first time all over again. Here's that Squid Research Lab post again. If you paused your screen when I first showed this post, you may have already read this part right here stating that Splatfest will continue to run every month until July 2019. That means there are still 8 Splatfests left to go. And that's it for the list of features that you will miss out on if you choose to jump into Splatoon 2 this late. If you're worried about being able to find other players online as the game gets older, don't be. Splatoon 1 on the Wii U came out in 2015 and it still has enough people playing online for the matchmaking to function properly. Yes, you heard that right. You can still play online matches in Splatoon 1 even though it's on a dead console that few people bought and it has to compete with its own sequel. I can confidently say that Splatoon 2 is going to be staying fresh for at least another few years. So now that you know which features are going away and when, let's get back to our question. Is Splatoon 2 still worth it? The whole reason I made this video was so that people who are asking this question could know about the situation with Splatfests, how fun they are, and how they will be going away in 2019. But there's still some time to enjoy a handful of them before they're gone next July. The final Splatfest could be next month, and I would still say that it is easily worth it to pick up Splatoon 2 if you're interested in it. This game is worth it even without any Splatfests or new updates. The fact that we are still getting both is a blessing to the Splatoon community, which you should enjoy while you can. If you aren't convinced that this game will be for you without any Splatfests, let me give you my review of Splatoon 2, which will show you what the game will still have to offer long after the final Splatfest. I don't want to dwell too much on the topics of presentation and sound in this review because I could go on and on about how much polish and attention to detail went into this game, but I don't want to risk overpraising the game. Splatoon 2 is not perfect. That being said, this game is beautiful in every sense of the word. The game runs at 1080p 60fps, HD quality just like all of my videos, and all the textures and models have a soft, playful tone which one might argue Nintendo was hiding behind in order to mask hardware limitations, but like I said before, the game runs in HD. Just make sure you're watching this video at 1080p by checking your YouTube quality settings and judge for yourself. If you like the style, you'll like the way everything looks in the game because the visuals stay consistent no matter where you are in the game. During moments when there are many enemies or explosions occurring on the screen, the image quality can dip as low as 864p in order to maintain a locked 60 FPS. I gotta admit though, I don't even notice when it happens. The sound design for Splatoon 2 is phenomenal. Every sound you hear in this game is just perfect for this situation, from the sloshing of ink from a bucket, to the occasional shouts your character makes, to the unique squid rock genre invented just for this game's soundtrack. It all works with the visuals to set a tone which is reinforced by the characters and writing that you find in the game. The result of all this is a world colored with all kinds of sea life, ink weapons, and glorious puns. That's what makes this game a work of art. Moving on to the other piece of the Splatoon 2 puzzle, the gameplay. Playing this game feels like the ultimate version of paintball. Instead of shooting pellets at each other, you shoot straight ink which either hits your enemy or hits the ground. You can turn into a squid and swim through any of your team's ink that is on the floor. Every loadout gets one sub-weapon, which is like a grenade, and some have very unique properties. The auto bomb has 2 legs and walks towards a nearby enemy before exploding, and the fizzy bomb can be charged up before releasing to make it explode up to 3 times. Each loadout comes with a special ability, which can either be useful for annihilating the enemy team, or supporting your team, depending on what ability you have. With this set of tools, every Inkling is capable of pulling off amazing and acrobatic feats of pure skill. The controls are tight, and the combination of running on foot and swimming through ink gives you the ability to move around with great speed when necessary. All of the options the game gives you for movement leaves you with a character which can be controlled with such precision that you could just lose yourself in the game and become the Inkling. Okay, so the game looks great, it sounds great, the controls feel great, and the matches are fun as heck. Review over. If that's not enough for you, then I don't know what to tell you. Psych! I didn't even mention the story mode, which has 5 islands for you to explore and 32 levels to complete with any of the 9 hero weapons. There is also Salmon Run, which is a co-op fish zombies wave clearing mode, which you can play online with 3 friends or a team of randoms. This mode is extremely fun and can give you quite a challenge if you play enough to see all of the different types of enemy waves. You can also go to the dance machine and play a rhythm game or just listen to the game's soundtrack. If you enjoyed the single-player campaign and want an even greater challenge, you can purchase the Octo Expansion and gain access to a completely new story featuring 80 new levels, your own Octoling character, Pearl, Marina, and the leader of the Squidbeak Splatoon. Oh, and you also get to play as your Octoling online once you complete the story. All of this on top of the 5 different competitive modes you can play online on 23 different stages with over 100 different weapon loadouts to choose from. So what are you waiting for? Splatoon 2 is ready for you. Are you ready for Splatoon 2? If I've convinced you to buy Splatoon 2, then you might want to consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'm going to start uploading a series of instructional videos to help new players just getting into the game. Be sure to share this video with anyone who you think might be interested in getting Splatoon 2. And if you still don't want to buy this game after watching this video, leave a comment and let us know what's holding you back. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, bye! Get it, Racel? And you too. Who's next? Uh-oh. Who threw that? I'm ready. Come at me, bro. Gotcha! Panic, panic, panic! Haha! Okay, go watch my tutorial videos.